Greetings students, welcome to my class. Students, I hope that you all are fit and fine, and I hope the same for your family members. Students, please take care of yourselves and your family members. Now students, in previous class we completed the poem The Tale of the Custard, the Dragon. We discussed the question answers also. I told you the explanation of the poem, and we discussed question answers also. So students, in today's class we are going to start our next poem, Animals, and it is being written by Walt Whitman. So student, what is this poem is all about? Well, in this poem, if you want to know the brief summary of this poem, that in this poem the poet Walt Whitman, he just observes the animals, he looks at them for a long period of time and he observes them, then he observes humans and he observes simultaneously he is observing animals also, and he finds animals better than humans after his observation, and after being spent time about looking long at animals, he finds that animals are far better than humans. Why did he think so? Because he says that animals have no complaints. Animals don't tell each other their complaints, whatever they are, whatever in situation they are in, whatever they are facing, they don't have complaints, they don't whine, and they are satisfied, they are placid, they are self-contained, they are satisfied whatever situations they are going through. Animals don't weep, or he also observes that animals they are satisfied with their condition. He also observes and he finds that animals they don't cry for their sins, they don't ask forgiveness to the God, and they are when if they have killed each other, they don't beg the mercy of the God for their sins, they don't cry, they don't weep, and they don't cry basically, and they don't have any desires, they don't to rule over the world, to somebody should kneel down in front of them, they don't have any history like we people have history, human beings have lots of history, they don't have any desires here, means the whatever they get to eat, whatever place they get to live, whatever situations they face, they don't desire to go ahead and ahead. We human beings have lots of desires, materialistic desires, we have desires of self-fulfilling desires, we have fantasies, imaginations, and our desires are never fulfilled, our desires are never satisfied. If we have less money, we want more money, and when we get more money, we want more money than that. So our desires are keep on increasing. So he observes and he finds all of them, and he finds that animals are far better than human beings. Then he says that humans have forgot their qualities, because when he sees animals, that when you give them love, they give you love, they give you back. If you show your sympathy, your care, your love towards animals, they give you double in return. But we human beings nowadays, we are so busy in our fulfilling our desires, our wish, materialistic goals. We want money, we want good house, we want so many things in our lives, so we have forgot our qualities. Because he wonders at the end of the poem, he wonders that how, from where do they remind me token of myself. We human beings, we were also animals, we were ape, and then we converted into human beings, and we have all that, we had all these qualities, love, compassion, sympathy, empathy towards each other, but nowadays it's missing. Even the blood relations are becoming weaker, weaker day by day, and we see so many examples around us. So he wonders and he sees that maybe we have neglected, हमने भुला दिया है, हमने ignore कर दिया, because we are too busy in our lives to fulfill our goals, and that we have forgotten our qualities. So he finds animals far better than human beings. So this was the summary of this poem. This is the summary, brief summary, you can say, my dear students, of this poem. So now we will read it line by line explanation, and then we will do discuss the question answers also. So the poem starts with, before we start the poem, I would like to read this brief introduction given in the book itself. So I hope you all have your books with you. You must have your books with you, my dear students. Open page number 83. It is on page number 83. So open it. Walt Whitman, 1819 and up to 1892. So he was born on 1819 and he died in 1819 and he died in 1892. Is a major figure in early American poetry. बहुत बड़ा figure है, बहुत बड़ी पहचान है इनके early American poetry में थी. In an age when all poetry was rhymed and metrical, Whitman made a break with tradition and wrote a revolutionary new kind of poetry in free verse. He was a non-conformist in all respects, including his social life. So, my dear student, this was the brief introduction of the poet. Now we will do the explanation of the poem. The poet tells us that he feels more at home with animals than humans, whom he finds complicated and false. So here poet is telling us that he finds animals, and he finds the company of animals far better than the company of human beings, because he finds human beings हैं जो काफ़ी उलझे हुए हैं, झूठे हैं, and वो देखता है कि जानवर इंसानों से काफ़ी बेहतर हैं. तो इस कविता में पोइट यही कह रहा है that animals are far better than human beings. Let's start the explanation of the poem, my dear students. I think I could turn and live with animals. They are so placid and self-contained. I stand and look at them long and long. So in these three lines the poet is saying, my dear students, कवि जो कहना चाह रहा है, he is trying to say that मैं सोचता हूँ कि I can live with animals. I could turn and live with animals. Placid means calm, composed. They are so placid, calm and composed, and they are self-contained, atma santusht. As I have told you that they are satisfied, and I stand and look at them long and long. So वो ये कह रहा है यहाँ पर कि वो जब फील करता है, वो सोचता है कि I can live with animals because they are calm, composed, they are self-satisfied. Whatever conditions they are in, they are happy in those conditions, and I can stand and look at them long and long. और मैं खड़ा हो जाता हूँ और मैंने देर तक वो देखता रहता है. The poet says that he stands and look at them long and long. मतलब काफ़ी समय तक उन्हें देखता ही रहता है, उन्हें ऑब्जर्व करता है, सोचता है, and he thinks that he can live with animals. वो रह सकता है जानवरों के साथ because वो शांत हैं, संतुष्ट हैं और आत्म संतुष्ट हैं, सेल्फ सेटिस्फाइड हैं, एंड ह्यूमंस नहीं हैं, इंसान नहीं हैं. वी ऑल नो वी आर ऑल्सो नॉट सेटिस्फाइड विद आवर सेल्फ, विद आवर प्रेजेंट कंडीशंस, एंड वी ऑलवेज वांट टू बेटर आवर प्रेजेंट कंडीशन. एंड ऑन द अदर हैंड, इफ यू विल सी एनिमल्स, दे आर फार satisfied in their conditions, whatever the conditions they are in. So they do not sweat and whine about their condition. They do not lie awake in the dark and weep for their sins. They do not make me sick discussing their duty to God. Not one is dissatisfied, not one is demented with the mania of owning things. So first three lines, if you will see, I They do not sweat and whine about their conditions. They do not lie awake in the dark and weep for their sins. They will take these two lines. So in these two lines, the poet wants to say that animals, they do not sweat and whine about their condition. Sweat means पसीना निकलना, चिंतित होना, whine about their condition, whatever condition they are in. They don't have the attitude or habit of complaining. Whining, WHINE, is not the wine which we drink. It is, meaning here is that when we complain, है ना, बहुत सारे लोग आपने देखा होगा कि किसी एक चीज़ के बारे में रोते रहते हैं. हम भी कई बार करते हैं कि हमारे पास ये नहीं है, हमारे पास वो नहीं है, एंड वी कीप कंप्लेनिंग अबाउट आवर सिचुएशंस, आवर कंडीशंस, वट एवर कंडीशंस वी आर इन. वी ऑलवेज से दैट, ओ आई कुड हैव डन दैट, व्हाई डिड दिस हैपन टू मी, एंड ऑल. वी ऑलवेज कंप्लेन. बट animals, when he stand and look after them long and long, he observes that animals don't do this. They don't complain. If it is raining, they find a shelter, or it is winter season or rain. In winter we say, oh, it's too cold. In summer we say it's too hot, rainy, it's raining too much, and all. We always complain. Very few human beings will find they are satisfied in their whatever they have or whatever condition they are in. But most of us, we are unsatisfied. We keep complaining and we about our situations. They do not lie awake in the dark and weep for their sins. So animals, they don't lie awake in the dark, means when it is dark, when at night, human beings, they have the tendency that they weep for their sins. Like if their day is not gone good, they have done some mistakes, or they have committed some crime or sin, so they have this tendency, this nature for regretting about for their days. Oh, that my day has gone bad. Oh, I have done this thing wrong, this thing I have done, this crime I have committed, or this thing, this mistake I have done. So they वीप फॉर देयर सिंस. गलत काम जो उनसे हो जाते हैं, मिस्टेक्स हो जाती हैं, उनके लिए वो रोते हैं, अंधेरे में जागते हैं. एंड व्हेन दे गो टू बेड एट नाइट, ट्राई टू स्लीप, दे आर नॉट एबल टू स्लीप, सो दे कीप ऑन थिंकिंग अबाउट देयर crimes, mistakes, or if there something bad happened with them, or they have done something bad to someone, so they keep on weeping on them. रोते रहते हैं, पछतावा करते रहते हैं. बट एनिमल्स डोंट डू दैट. दे डू नॉट मेक मी सिक discussing their duty to God. Not one is dissatisfied, not one is demented with the mania of owning things. So poet is saying that do not make me sick. Sick का यहाँ पर मतलब बीमार करना नहीं है. Sick here means to make somebody irritated or annoyed, उसको गुस्सा दिलाना, चिड़चिड़ा करना या नाराज कर देना. तो poet is saying कि when he observes, he finds that animals don't perform, and they don't make him irritated by saying that this is my duty towards God. We here, what poet wants to say, that we human beings have lots of beliefs, rituals, customs, which we don't want to follow, but we have to follow for the sake of God. Yes, we have to follow some duties, but animals, he finds they don't do all these things. हम इंसान कहते रहते हैं कि भगवान के नाम पे ये करो, भगवान के नाम पे करो, भगवान के लिए करो, this and that. But he find that animals don't do all these things. They don't discuss, and वो फिर whether you want to do it or not, भक्ति या जो भी करना चाहते हो मन से होता है, right? But we are forced to do it on the sake for the sake of God, भगवान के नाम पे. लेकिन but animals, they don't do all these things. Not one is dissatisfied, not one is dissatisfied mean कोई भी असंतुष्ट नहीं है. They all are happy with their situations. They all are satisfied in whatever conditions they are in and whatever they are going through, and they don't complain. Not one is demented with the mania of owing things. Demented here means like disturb ho jana. Mania here means craziness, madness of owing things. We human beings have this tendency. We want, that this thing should be ours. Hamari honi chahiye. That thing should be ours. If we have one car, two car, if we have empire, business empire, we want to increase that empire. If we have small house, we want more bigger house. We have one car, more car, two car. So we have this, and we sometimes we get disturbed also. Most of the time we are disturbed, not happy with situation, not satisfied with the current situation, present situation, and we work hard and we disturb. We want this also, we want everything. Animals don't want, they don't have these things कि चीज़ों को इकट्ठा कर लें और उनके ऊपर कब्जा होना चाहिए. उनको वैसी कोई बीमारी नहीं है. They don't have this thing. Now not one kneels to another nor to his kind that lived thousands of years ago. Not one is respectable or unhappy over the whole earth. Means they don't kneel each other in front, they don't kneel to each other. मतलब घुटने नहीं टेकते, एक दूसरे सामने झुकते नहीं हैं. और not to his kind that lived thousands of years ago. और अपने जैसे किसी जानवर के सामने जो हजारों साल पहले जीवित थे या रहे थे, उनमें से कोई भी एक दूसरे सामने घुटने नहीं टेकता. But we human beings, what do we do? We want to be more powerful. We want to be more rich or most powerful, so that other, if we talk about the country, every country wants to be the most powerful country in the world, so that other countries would make good relationship with them. They will bow down in front of them. Like we have kings, we have the history of kings. There were kings, they used to fight with each other. They used to win the kingdom of other king so that they can rule over, and other kings will kneel down to them. The more powerful you are, the more people will bow in front of you. So we human beings have this nature in ourselves. We have this desire, but animals don't do this. We have the history, of the kings. There are many kings in the history of human beings in all over the world, not only in India, all over the world. But you will not find a story or a history of a lion or a deer or any other animals that that once there was a great lion. No, you will read the stories of animals, but there is no history written, right? So not one is respectable or unhappy not one is respectable or unhappy over the whole earth, and nobody among them is respectable. सम्मान ही नहीं होता पूरी पृथ्वी पर, और ना ही वो उसकी टेंशन लेते हैं. They don't take attention about that. They don't have the desire to be more powerful, most powerful, so that other animals will bow down. They don't have the history, and while human beings have, and they don't want the respect and for the whole world. Dog will be called dog, but if you will call some animals, any human you will call dog, he will start fighting with you. ये human का nature है, हमारा इंसानों का nature है. लेकिन जानवरों में ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं मिलता है. So they show their relations to me and I accept them. They bring me tokens of myself. They evince them plainly in their possessions. So he's saying that they show me their relations. They show me their relations to me. वो अपना रिश्ता मुझसे दिखाते हैं and I accept them, और मैं उन्हें स्वीकार करता हूँ. They bring me tokens of myself. वो tokens of myself they evince, और उनको अपने पास रखते हैं. Them plainly evince means to keep with them plainly in their possessions. They bring me tokens of myself. What is? They show me the relations. If you will show love and care to the animals, they will also give you in return. They will back the same thing to you, they will give it back to you, right? So they show me the relation and I accept them, मैं उन्हें स्वीकार भी करता हूँ. They show me tokens of myself. टोकन ही यहाँ पे my dear students यहाँ पे मतलब है कि आपके ही गुण, आपके ही बारे में वो पहचान दे रहा. Poet is saying कि वो they show me tokens of myself, मतलब वो उन्हें वो जो they bring me tokens of myself means when he shows them love. आप जानवर को, किसी डॉग को आप पुचकारोगे, he will also start after 1 or 2 days you will do that, next day he will start doing the same thing, he will show love to you. So they bring token of myself, मतलब वो प्यार, compassion, empathy, caring, love towards animals he shows to them, they are bringing it back to himself. So उसको वापस दे रहे हैं वो. They evince them plainly in their positions and वे मुझे मेरी पहचान कराते हैं. बिकॉज humans were also humans were also animals and they became humans, and then they have all the qualities like love, passion, compassion, affection, happiness, care towards each other, empathy, sympathy and all these things. So वो मुझे मेरी पहचान कराते हैं. They bring me tokens of myself का मतलब यही है कि वो जब प्यार और compassion में देखता हूँ वापस मिलता है तो वो मुझे मेरी पहचान कराते हैं. बट वो ह्यूमंस में नहीं देखता एक दूसरे के लिए, और वो उन पहचानों को स्वयं भी अपने पास रखते हैं. दे evince them plainly in their possession. They learn from human beings. They hate, love, care, everything they love. If you keep beat a dog or any other animal, they will not come to you, and the moment they will find, they will if they can, they will take revenge from you also. So revenge, hate, fight, these also animals learn from us. Slaughter, killing, and you love, empathy, kindness, sympathy. So they also learn all these things from us also. So he says that they bring me the token of myself and evince them plainly. अपने पास भी रखते हैं उसको, अपनी उस पहचान को, उन क्वालिटीज़ को, उनसे सीखे हुए चीज़ों को अपने पास भी रखते हैं और शो भी करते हैं. I wonder where they get those tokens. Did I pass that way huge times ago and negligently drop them? So poets यहाँ पे कह रहा है I wonder. लास्ट लाइन इट एंड्स विद अ क्वेश्चन मार्क, आप देख सकते हैं. सो आई वंडर, वो आश्चर्यचकित है. वेयर दे गेट दोस टोकन्स, कहाँ से वो ये क्वालिटीज़ लाते हैं. डिड आई पास दैट वे ह्यूज टाइम्स अगो एंड नेग्लिजेंटली ड्रॉप दैम, क्या मैं एक लंबे समय पहले उनके रास्ते से गुजरा था और लापरवाही से उन्हें भुला दिया. दिस लाइन हैव टू मीनिंग्स. मीन्स द पोएट इज सेइंग कि फर्स्ट मीनिंग कैन बी दैट वी ह्यूमन बींग्स वर एनिमल्स, वी वर एप्स, ना बंदर थे, वहाँ से हम आदमी बने, वहाँ से हम ह्यूमंस बने, इंसान बने. सो हमने वी एडजस्टेड विद नेचर, वी loved each other, we showed take care and all these things. So nowadays we have forgotten, we are too busy in ourselves, fulfilling our goals, in fulfilling our materialistic desires, जो हमें that we want clothes, we want cars, we want money, we want good things, we want good house, bigger house. So we are so busy in fulfilling all these materialistic desires that we have forgotten to the love, empathy, sympathy, care, affection, joy, happiness. We are only happy if our materialistic desires are being fulfilled. If they are not being fulfilled, we are unhappy. We are not satisfied. We are not self-contained. So we have forgotten all these things, all these qualities. And another meaning can be that he wonder where they are getting all these qualities. So did I pass that way huge times ago, बहुत लंबे समय पहले शायद मैं वहाँ से गुजरा था. और लापरवाही, negligently means लापरवाही से मैंने उन्हें भुला दिया. That means that we, आदमी भी कभी जानवर था, means we were also, human beings were also and human beings were also animals, and then we became human beings, and we have forgotten all these things. We are busy in fulfilling our materialistic desires, and if they are fulfilled, we are happy. If not, if you example that if you find that there is a road accident, you will see hardly hardly I would say that people go and help that who had met with an accident. They wait for the ambulance, they start making videos. Where is the empathy? Where is the sympathy? That is gone nowadays. So they start making video instead of helping that man. They start making video. The time they spend on the making video, they could have saved him. So that's why poet is saying, I wonder where the animals get those tokens. Did I pass that way huge times ago and negligently drop them? क्या उनको मैंने भुला दिया था लापरवाही से? एंड द पोम एंड्स हियर विद अ क्वेश्चन मार्क. सो हमारे ऊपर पोइट छोड़ देता है कि हम भी कभी जानवर थे, जानवर से इंसान बने. नाउ वी आर अगेन इन ऑन द पाथ टू बिकम एन एनिमल. सो बिकॉज वी हैव लॉस सेंसिटिविटी, जो feelings towards each other, love towards each other. We feel jealous even in our blood relationship. If our brother is, real brother is, having success, we start envied with him or her sister if it is there, So the poem ends here with a question mark. Now we will discuss the question answer. My dear student, the first question is, notice the use of the word turn in the first line. I think I could turn and live with animals. What is the poet turning from? So the answer is very simple of this question. The poet is turning from humans because they are complex and false. He is turning from humans. He wants to become he wants to live with animals. So he is turning from humans and he wants to be with animals because he finds humans so much complex and false. Mention 3 things that humans do and animals don't. You can easily find out humans are not satisfied, animals are satisfied. Humans sweat and whine about their conditions, animals don't do that, and they are dissatisfied, animals are satisfied. They weep for their sins, animals don't. And other things you also find, they don't want, humans want other people to bow in front of them, kneel down, and they want respect. They want their things to be written in history. Animals don't want all these things. Do humans kneel to other humans who lived thousands of years ago? Yes. Discuss them in group. So what are the tokens that the poet says he may have dropped long ago and which the animals have kept for him? Discuss this in class. See, man and animals were similar at one time. What could be the base hint he has given? And what could be the basic aspect of our nature as living beings that humans choose to ignore or deny? So my dear students, men and animals were similar at one place of time. He used to live in forest and hills, and the animals used to live in the forest also. He used to fulfill his hunger by killing, by hunting, killing animals, and then eating them. But now he has become civilized. Humans by the time, gradually with the time, they were same at one time. They used to live in the forest and hills. They used to kill each other, eat each other. Humans used to hunt animals, and eat them. Then by the time, gradually with the time, humans have become civilized. They started living in the houses. They grow. They have the growth. They develop themselves. They have started living a better life. He has also learned to grow, and human learns lots of things. He learned the art of producing fire with that, and how to produce crop, how to produce food for themselves. But animals still have the same habits. The animals still living in the forest. They cannot make houses for themselves like human beings have made. So the questions which you are going to do in your notebooks, I would say that first 3 questions you can do. That's it. Yes, you can do the first 3 questions, and there are answers in the notebooks, and this poem is over. So my dear student, this poem is over, and that is it in today's class. We will meet tomorrow. Till then, please take care of yourselves and your family members too. Bye bye.